Ah, what perfect timing! Hey, would you like to join me for a meal? A nearby village gave me some quality meat. You're always such good company. Okay, shall we also ask my brothers?
Excuse me, you two. I am Taishitsu of Donglai. I take it you serve the governor of Pingyuan. Would you be able to secure an audience for me?
So, Governor Kongrong of Beihai needs our help. Still, an attack by the remnants of the Yellow Turbans. This is not a simple problem to solve.
Lord Liu Bei, you're renowned for your kindness. I could think of no one more likely to help Lord Kongrong.
We have only just come back from aiding Lord Gongsun Zan. We need time to recover. If we mobilized immediately, we would suffer severe losses. And then we might struggle to defend our own land.
There's reason to that. However, you would discard all compassion when faced with logic.
And if I said I would?
Well then, Lord Kongrong and the others are doomed to die. I came to Pingyuan believing that you were a man of virtue. Sadly, I seem to have been mistaken.
I'm sorry. It was cruel of me to test you like that. We shall go to Lord Kongrong's aid, and ensure no harm comes to him.
But you were right. There is no benefit to you in this. You will go regardless.
You misunderstand me. It is precisely because there is no gain to be had that we will go. I raised this army to help those in need. I have no intention of turning away from that goal. Is that not itself a reward?
You're an interesting man. You have impressed me, Lord Liu Bei. I feel assured that Lord Kongrong will be safe.
Things have gotten so much better around here that you can hardly recognize the place.
The castle's imposing.
It's you. I hardly expected to meet you in a place like this. Don't think I've forgotten your brazen behavior in the last battle. Why deny the truth? You certainly showed me something worthy of my attention. Clearly, you've got some pluck. Tenacious in mind and body, unlike the feeble fodder I usually encounter on the battlefield. Who in the world are you? Where did you achieve such strength? Well now, I sense no deceit in your eyes. I thought there was something odd about you. This certainly explains it. You've caught my attention. At the very least. If nothing else, you'd best remember this. Those who master strength stand above all and have the right to claim everything as their own. I am known throughout the world as the strongest. Everything under heaven is mine for the taking. And you are akin to the dirt between my fingertips. Do you grasp my meaning? Do you now? Even the unexceptional must desperately cling to life. But no matter the foe, I do not hold back. I've said all I want to say. I'm leaving. Next we meet, try and show me strength that dominates all else. Go on, surprise me, if you can.
I must say, I'm surprised that you were so willing to welcome a stranger like me. But now that I've seen this calming place, I understand. We can talk here without interruption. You may be wondering why one of your enemies from the Battle of Jiezhou has come to see you. I cannot blame you for being cautious. I visited you today because I'm interested in your way of life. Will you trust me even if I give you such a vague reason? I'm glad I could pique your interest. Now, let us speak a little more. When I saw you on the battlefield, I found the way that you fought most fascinating. My eyes were ceaselessly drawn to you. At the time, I could not understand why. It was only later that I found the answer within myself. I realized that you represent my ideal. Precisely. The one true answer to what I desire. I haven't been able to keep you out of my mind since that battle. And what's more, I have heard talk that you kneel before no leader. Forget General Gongsun-san. You are not even in the service of Liu Bei. You were merely a guest of theirs. The revelation was such a shock that I was forced to reflect on my own life. You stand on the battlefield of your own volition. No, it is you who underestimates your own value. I believe that all paths in my life will lead me to the field of battle. For it is there that I can express my ability to its fullest potential, snatching victory from the jaws of a brutal struggle. It is when close to death that I feel the certainty of life. I have no hesitation in this way of life. However, I had never considered the choice of not following someone else. Oh, how narrow-minded I have been. I don't think I can go on fighting much longer, now that I know. Is that what you think? You are a very fascinating person indeed. If you have no objections, I would like to get to know you better. Let us spend the night discussing our philosophies on aesthetics.
We meet again. You were most impressive in the Battle of Jiezhou. I wondered what had become of you after Wang Yun's death, and had not realized you had joined Gongsun Zan. Instead of entrusting yourself to me, you appeared as an enemy. Still, I can't claim to be surprised. I'm just glad to see you in good health. It's just unfortunate that we find ourselves on opposite sides. But you follow your own path, I see that. You are not my vassal, so the choices you make are your own. Whenever I see someone with a bright future, it is my habit to help them, even if I cannot persuade them to join me. As you should be. Tonight, I have prepared a splendid feast. Eat what you will, fill your belly, and prepare yourself for the morrow. One day I intend to rule over all of the land, and it behooves me to treat well those who gather under my roof. Otherwise, I will never win the hearts of the people. I am fortunate to have been born into one of the greatest clans of our time, and I will not succumb to the temptations of tyranny. In fact, I am so benevolent that I forgive certain fools who refuse invitations to become one of my people. If it weren't for my family's noble name, I might have dragged you into my service kicking and screaming. A close call, you say? You take advantage of my goodwill. Few others dare speak to me the way you do. If you care to know who I truly am, apart from my noble name, then be sure to always answer my summons. You speak your mind and do not put on airs. I find that refreshing. Now, my household staff will be putting the finishing touches on tonight's feast. I am a man of means. There are no obligations, just an invitation to enjoy some fine food. Let's go.
We can trust to let us live.
Now is the time for forward momentum. Come, onward! March forward!
Now!
Okay. We should hold up here before moving ahead any further.
Time to get going! Everyone! Now, on me! Looking rough. Looking rough. Now. Time to act. Now. Obliterate you. Let's get serious.
I may not be able to make it through this.
The enemy officer.
Keep your guard up.
Let's go.
I'll end this. We could use some assistance to turn back the enemy.
Yeah! You can't get too far ahead. Stop here and see if they shake.
Oh my God!
Can't believe
The
this.
enemy officer has been defeated.
Hey, you're really doing well out there. I expect nothing less from you.
Let's go.
Good opportunity here. Everyone, let's attack.
Everyone stop. I must take a moment to observe the enemy.
An opening. The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours. Let's go.
I will be honored. I could test my skills against you.
Now.
Let's give it to them.
All my might.
Looking rough.
Take this. Oh my goodness.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated. Got this.
How's this? This is your
Witness our plan.
Prepare to attack! Wipe out the lot of them!
I'm not going to like the outcome of this encounter. This will wrap things up.
Obliterate you!
This is going well. The enemy is cowing to our might.
That's another enemy pounded into submission.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Would you honor me in a duel?
Let's end this.
We will stand and fight. Make every arrangement, and with haste.
Officer has been defeated.
I shall analyze later. For now, I must go back.
Witness our plans in
The enemy officer has been defeated. Now,
let's end this.
That's another enemy pounded into submission.
Take this.
Oh my God! This area is mine. I'm gonna be quicker than this.
Take this.
easy. The enemy officer has been defeated.
I look forward to tonight's celebratory feast.
You're done!
There are plenty of marshes and rivers.
So you've come. Hurry up and take a seat. Tales of your deeds have continued to reach my ears. However, I imagine other enemies hardly satisfy you after facing the strongest in combat. A humdrum response. I am the one who shall wage the ultimate warfare, and claim everything in this world as my own. You are one of the few I'm willing to acknowledge, and yet you demonstrate no attachment to strength. In my youth, the truth of the world was carved into my body. The weak are oppressed, and subject to all manner of degradation. Power was the only thing that changed me. I honed my skills and silenced my adversaries with brute force. Then I took to the battlefield and demonstrated my worth time and again. In short order, all who opposed me had vanished. The ones who remained extolled my martial prowess with abject devotion. Anyone can speak of morality and compassion, but these will never come to pass with mere rhetoric alone. Even the scoundrels and schemers desire the strength to triumph under any circumstance. Am I wrong? And here I expected an immediate rebuttal. I cannot comprehend you. How is it you've come face to face with death over and over, yet you side with those who are all talk? You should know that bravado and ambition rot with you in the earth when you leave this mortal coil. Those who would take to the battlefield shielded by the strong and perish as their hollow prattle fails them. The notion of a world filled with such rabble makes me sick. I will stand above all things and teach all the men and women of the world that might makes right. Quite kind for one who knows both sides of the coin. Can you show me something more important than strength? Next we meet, do your best to change my way of thinking. You do provide me with a modicum of entertainment, after all.
Shall we start?
Good.
Uh-huh.
I am in your debt. My time has come.
I'm counting on you.
The enemy encirclement is solid.
Counting on you.
It won't be easy to break through.
We'll just take them out bit by bit. Let's get started already.
I see you are a warrior of great bravery.
Now, warriors of Ping Yuan, I must beg for your aid in rescuing Lord Hongzhong.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Zhang Fei and I will approach from the east. It's complex terrain, and we can't afford to get lost.
Well, I'm sure we can get a little bit lost. As long as we take down some enemies along the way.
Forward march!
Let's get serious. How did we get stuck with lookout duty? Shouldn't we be part of the siege too?
Apparently, the enemy officer has been defeated.
You're supposed to watch out and make sure they don't bring help.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I'm still waiting for a real challenge!
Looking rough.
With all my might.
Looking rough.
I cannot fight them off any longer.
Looking rough.
Situation.
The guard
enemy
here has
officer
been slain.
Has been defeated.
Break down the gate!
Damn, we won't be able to hold them back. Let's go.
I am an honorable man who has come to repay a debt. I will not kill unless I must. So stay out of my way.
A warrior who dedicates his talents to the cause of justice. This is a man after my own heart.
This is the end.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now then, let us begin our siege of the castle. Ready your weapons! Hunter attack! Take this!
Looking rough.
I'm still waiting for a real challenge!
Oh my God! Take this! Ready? Target the castle gate! Shoot!
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
The gate won't last long like that. You better take that thing out, quick!
Take this! End this here!
Looking rough. We're evenly matched. The real battle starts here.
Oh my God!
That incredible feat.
The enemy officer
You shine like a
been
beacon
defeated.
for the others.
Such great strength! I'm pulling back for now.
Looking rough. The enemy officer has been defeated.
The one who escaped seems to have brought reinforcements. It's a joke. They think they can defeat us with so few warriors? We will crush them along with their castle. Start the event! Hunter attack! All right! Use the wagon! Get over the walls and overpower them! With all my might!
trying to force their way in. We must stop them!
Won't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Failure.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Now! Let's go.
Damn it! How dare you!
The enemy's attacks have ceased. Nothing will stop us from destroying them now.
I'm still waiting for a real challenge!
You dare to come out here alone? I'll make you regret that decision. You, the Guardian of Peace. Why do you stand before me?
I am only doing what you bid me to do. Yet you would punish me for it?
Guardian of Peace. I remember Zheng Zhao said the same thing.
Oh my God. The ladders are up. Right here. And in through here. Opening.
Damn it. It isn't over yet. I won't let them get inside.
The castle gate appears to be under attack. I hope it can hold until reinforcements arrive.
I have slain the enemy officer! Under attack!
Oh my God! Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Looking rough.
All my might.
Time to attack.
Gotta be quicker.
Got this.
My strength was not enough.
Time to attack. Time to act.
Push on. Push on. Overwhelm them with our superior numbers. Oh my might.
The enemy officer
We march at
has
once.
been defeated.
Get out of my way already! I'll take you down if you don't! I've been waiting for this.
Hold my power.
Zhang Fei is as threatening as always. His spells alone might send the enemy running.
With all my might.
The enemy's weapons have been destroyed. That's just what we need. Now we'll be able to hold the gate.
The road ahead is thorny. The block of Gashao.
Take this.
This territory is ours.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Lord Zheng Zhao. Forgive me. I could not revive the Yellow Turbans.
Oh, you've taken down their leader. Once again, I thank you, brave warriors of Pingyuan.
Let's get
The
serious.
debt I owed has been repaid.
Lord Liu Bei, please allow me to thank you once again. I will find a way to repay you.
There is no need. I told you, having helped is reward enough for me. I'm just glad that Lord Kongzhong is safe.
In these troubled times, men like you are hard to come by. If it had to come to it, I was prepared to convince you more forcefully. But you made this decision yourself, and were true to your word. I see now why the people of Pingyuan admire you so.
I'm not so great a man as you seem to believe. I've made foolish mistakes just like anyone else. I forget to think ahead and get transfixed by what's in front of me.
But it is that nature which has allowed you to save so many people. In any case, with this settled, I can now set off to Lord Liu Yao.
You don't intend to return to Lord Kongzhong?
Lord Liu Yao is the one I serve now. I was on my way to him when I received word that Lord Kongzhong, to whom I owe a great debt, was in danger. It was to repay that debt I sought to assist him.
I see. You are like me. You believe in duty.
You are too kind. I feel a little embarrassed hearing that from you, Lord Liu Bei. Now, I must depart. If we meet again someday, I hope we will do so as allies.
Good to see you, Zitluan. I just made it back from a journey myself. Yes, you could say that. The world truly is a dangerous place these days. There is no end to the wounded. I'll take the work, but I can't say I like to see people hurt. You know things are good if the doctors have time to grow bored. The Yellow Turban Rebellion was the needle that popped the boil. All of that pus is just oozing out across the land. Zhang Zhao wanted to change the world, and he may have succeeded in a way. Well then, let's get back to work now, shall we? What else are we going to do? You haven't already forgotten why I came with you, have you? Today, we're going to dig deep into your past, Zitluan. The place where I first met you, Zitluan. I think we may be able to find some clues there.
You've gotten stronger, Zitluan. Strong enough to be out there as a guardian. But can you parry this? Sorry. I guess it was a little too early for that. But you really are getting better. Keep it up, and you'll get there soon enough.
Juha, why don't you take some time to train him in earnest? At this rate, you will only ever trail after Juha. Rote repetition will eventually spoil your natural talent.
Let me clarify what Bailuan is saying. He means that you're gifted, so you shouldn't give up.
You're impertinent. If you know he has talent, why aren't you training him more? He needs a serious teacher.
Well, Bailuan, if anyone is being impertinent, it would be you, because I am serious. Zitluan was born outside the village, and yet he's able to use the abilities that we are trained for from birth. His eyes have abilities that ours do not. And that's why I'm preparing by having him face a powerful opponent. Me. After all, practice is the key to success. Ziluan, if you can master the abilities your eyes possess, you'll be able to not only match me, but defeat me. Exciting, right?
You sound as if you're hoping to be defeated. That is not exactly something I wish to hear from my bodyguard. I expect diligent efforts from you, Juha. All for the sake of peace in this realm.
Look at you, acting more and more like a village chief. We won't let you down, Bailuan. Right, Ziluan?
As long as you understand. Juha, Ziluan, keep training. When I take my position as chief, you are the ones I will rely on.
Ziluan? You suddenly went still. Is something wrong? Judging by your state, I'd say you've had some sort of vision. I suppose we now know that this village is of some special significance to your past. And on top of that, the air here is filled with the scent of a very distinct herb. Could this be what Zhang Jiao used? Do you think that perhaps all of these things together brought some of your past back to you in the form of a vision? I've heard that smells in particular can trigger memories of past events. Do you remember the incense Zhang Jiao used to induce visions? I think what we are smelling here is the herb he used to make it. It's possible that you may have used this very same herb at some point in your past. Perhaps we could make some incense that has the exact same scent as what the Guardians of Peace used. Or we could... that's enough for today. We could come back from time to time to see if we can discover more of your past. Your experiences in battle, the people you meet along the way. These kinds of things may also yield some clues. Luan and He, the names of the legendary sacred birds. They are heralds, said to appear only when a great ruler emerges. Juha, Bailuan, and Ziluan. The three of you were given your names in the same place. You were raised together there. And you trained in the art of combat in that same place too. Even after losing all memory of such arts, they remain engraved within your body. You have been trained by a great teacher, Ziluan. One of the best. My father. He taught me the secrets of medicine and healing. My father was a famous doctor, known far and wide. Some even called him a saint. Imagine that. But he overworked himself to sustain that reputation. When he fell sick, for all his gifts, he was powerless to save himself. It is said that we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, but I doubt I will ever climb that high. But now, here you are, Ziluan and Juha, reunited. Words cannot express how much I envy you.
When I grow up, I'll learn to wield a weapon and fight too!
Yeah.
After all the work...
Oh, meeting you here by mere chance. This certainly is a strange occurrence. And how has life been treating you these days? You being you, things must be going quite well, right? Oh, what a relief. I cannot stand pretentious modesty. But seeing you face to face tells me all I need to know. You are one of the more interesting characters around. You are no one, so you can yet be someone. You can be someone, and yet you are still no one. Your lack of memories is probably preventing you from figuring it out. What I'm saying will become clear eventually. You'll get it sooner or later. I'll have my eye on you to see how you progress, too. The Shuijing retreat is open for people like yourself, you know?
Didn't expect to see a friendly face here. We haven't... You looked busy, but I couldn't help myself. Do you mind if we talk? Yeah, and thanks again for all your help at Beihai. We couldn't have saved Lord Kongzhong without your help. I must thank you again. You left the greatest mark on the battlefield that day. I hope we can fight together again someday. But I wonder when that will be. I serve Lord Liu Yao now, but it seems he does not trust me. Well, because I am a new recruit. It is understandable. I have made somewhat of a name for myself on the battlefield, but I've yet to accomplish anything in his service. I will have to earn his respect, little by little. Eventually, he will trust me with more important tasks, and I will be rewarded accordingly. That is what I believe. Thank you for the kind words. And I'd like to repay you somehow, too. That's it. I know just the thing. I have finished my tasks for today. Why don't we go get a bite to eat? And to better thank you for all that you've done, let this one be on me. Then it's settled. Don't let me catch you holding back just because it's on my coin. Now, let's get some food.
Over who will secede. There's not a soul alive that hasn't heard.
Lord Cao Cao is the only one we can trust to let us live our lives in...
Things are going well enough around here. I heard the capital has been practically reduced. After all the work I put in to open this shop, I'd be in tears if it got...
Oh, what great timing. I was just talking about you with two of my fellow students. Let me introduce Zhuge Liang and Shishu.
So you are the famed warrior. I have heard stories of you. To be meeting you in person is... I am Shishu. I am traveling the land, attempting to broaden my horizons.
My name is Zhuge Liang. So, this is... I just never thought I'd meet a guardian of peace. It's truly unfortunate that you lost all of your memories.
Zhuge Liang, please. My apologies. He's a man of great talent, but can be a bit,
And you, on the other hand, are always downplaying your extraordinary intelligence, Shishu. I find it quite vexing. Anyway, I will be taking my leave. This has been most enlightening. Well worth taking a break from my seclusion.
Sorry about all that. As you may have inferred, my eyes are not quite as sharp as Zhuge Liang's. So there's something I wish to ask you. As a guardian of peace, which of the major lords has impressed you the most? I thought so. I also feel that there's something different about him. To hear that a guardian of peace agrees...
That's enough for now, Shishu. You shouldn't ask questions you've already decided the answer to. I can certainly understand your sentiment. However, for Lord Liu Bei to achieve conquest, he will have to walk a long and perilous path.
That's why I want to help him. Although perhaps it is arrogant to think that I can. Thank you. Your words of encouragement mean a lot. I hope we'll have the opportunity to speak again soon. Somehow, I feel certain we'll meet again.
The dawn takes on an exceptional quality in your presence. I'll admit it. You possess a strength that rivals my own. So, too, do I admit that you've shaken my faith in the absolute nature of strength. In warfare? Perhaps. But I speak of the strength you bring to bear in all things. I, who cared for naught but myself, found myself desiring you. Now that battle looms on the horizon, I will await the day you become mine, for now. But, once I have claimed all under heaven, I swear I shall have you as well. As if I would let you go. Chasing down my target is my specialty, after all. Still, I am astonished to have found something I value more than strength. So, too, am I forced to consider the merit of your beliefs, given the impact of your deeds. That being said, I have no intention of changing. I simply mean to have you, who showed me this different possibility, for my own. If you possess some ability superior to strength, I will simply become stronger, and keep that ability under my control by force. After all, they say the greatest joys are to be saved for last. No one but you has ever provoked such passion in me, and no one else ever shall. I'll have you take responsibility for that. With you around, life will never get boring, even after I've claimed this world. You'd better make it through all of this alive, for you are the only one who can offer me such amusement. If you were to die for some mundane reason, I'll drag you out of the grave myself, and don't you forget it.
There you are. I'm surprised you haven't grown tired of this view yet. Do you like it that much? You know, no matter who you talk to, you never change. The others all treat me with deference, given that I'll be the next chief of the village. And I am responsible for repaying that respect by guiding and protecting them. I'm ready. And yet, the weight that I must bear can be suffocating at times. I know the world is vast, and that I am not the only one with such responsibilities. But you're from the outside. You must know how isolated this place is. I heard there was another rebellion down south. Only one fate awaits those who oppose the Han. The leaders of these rebellions must be aware of this. How could they not be? But there is a reason they are so determined to act. Soon it will be our turn to play our roles. We will be asked to eliminate the leaders of the rebellion. Siluan, are you ready? It's a role you should know well. The Han Dynasty is collapsing, discontent is rife, enemies within and without plot its demise. It cannot go on, something must give. The time will come when we must risk our lives and fulfill our roles as the guardians of peace. Siluan, listen. When that time comes, you and Juha will become my wings.
A duty you would give your life to fulfill. Huh. To tell the truth, I've never understood that way of thinking. I mean, what good are you to your duty or anyone else if you end up dying? When he lived, my father was lauded as a saint. But now that he's gone, nobody so much as speaks his name. But I suppose we all have our own way of doing things. Who am I to say what the correct way is? Still, I wonder what Bai Luman was trying to achieve. The title, Guardian of Peace, sounds grand, sure. But what exactly do they do? Perhaps if you can untangle your past, you will find the answer.
They say a mountain bandit's been...
Yeah.
Yay, out of the people of Yay.
That's something else.
Let's see if we can catch up.
I'm ready! I'm gonna catch you!
This is a familiar sight. I remember when you first came to the village. The child we've taken in is just like you when you arrived. You were sitting there on your own, looking dazed. Your eyes were empty, as if you weren't even there. So I started chopping river rocks in half with my bare hands, just to get a reaction out of you. These children playing here know nothing of the world beyond the village. I was just like them. But not you. You wound up in our village after losing your parents to war. How could you simply forget all that and join our games? And that wasn't the half of it. You had to learn how to fight and become a guardian of peace. I couldn't begin to fathom what was in your heart. But I decided I was going to look after you anyway. Ziluan, I am proud of what I am. Proud to be a guardian of peace. And if maintaining peace means getting my hands dirty, I am ready to do just that. But when I look at these children, I can't help hoping that they won't grow up like us. Is that arrogant of me, do you think? I want us to be the end of it. The last guardians of peace. I dream of a day when the realm doesn't need people like us anymore. I don't think it's foolish to want that. And because of you, Ziluan, I think that dream might come true.
There's not a soul alive that hasn't...
Stop right there. We don't let just anyone through to see Lord Cao Cao, you know? Hey, I remember you from Luoyang. Well, it sure has been a while. Hey, sorry about that. I just never expected to see you here of all places. I guess I was still under Lord Xiang Mao's command the last I saw you. It feels like such a long time ago.
Dian Wei, let him through already. He's Cao Cao's guest.
Oh, is that right? Well, if our lord called for you, then I ought not get in your way. Now, come on in.
It's been a while. Thank you for heeding my request. Let me get right to the matter at hand. I'd like your help in fighting the Yellow Turbans once more.
You seem quite confident, but beware. This opponent won't be so easily dealt with. They have survived this long without their leader through constant pillaging.
They have a huge number of men in Qing province, and are now poised to launch a raid on Yin. As governor, my job is to eliminate any and all threats to this land.
As it happens, our lord was appointed to the post because the former governor, Liu Dai, was murdered by these yellow turbans from Qing. It has benefited us to have this territory as a base, but we cannot govern properly while such a threat lingers.
Right. And if those rebels were to launch a full-on invasion, the whole province would be devastated. We have heard reports that they don't even bring their own supplies. They rely almost entirely on looting.
So, they abandoned their fields because of war and poverty, and became marauders themselves. Perhaps their situation is an embodiment of the chaos of these times.
Do not think of them as mere rabble. They're an enemy willing to do anything. Treat them as such. They're unlike the Yellow Turbans we fought before. So keep your guard up.
Lord Cao Cao is the only...
Huh?
Shall we begin? Mm-hmm. Nevertheless,
Okay.
now let's put this into action.
My might shall illuminate the path to victory.
Now go. The Yellow Turbans are an elite force, born of chaos, tempered by battle. Do not underestimate them, remnants though they may be.
He's the new governor of the Yen province. We'll deal with him as we did with his predecessor. Stand shoulder to shoulder. Overwhelm the foe with numbers. United we shall prevail.
Battles are not decided by numbers alone.
The enemy officer
Make each of us win 10 of theirs.
Heavens, give us strength. Send us warriors who know not death.
Looking rough. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now this is a predicament. Soldiers immune to spear and blade.
Now, looking rough.
Appears that resistance is futile.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
Take this!
An opening. With all my might. Fail. I leave the rest up to you. There we go.
Retreat would be the best option right now.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. Looking rough.
Things are looking rough. I won't be able to take care of this all on my own. Hey, over here! I knew you were coming, but I didn't think it would take that long.
Looking rough.
You're finished.
I've been waiting for this. The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Don't pay attention to what I'm saying.
Now, looking rough.
This appears to be as far as we go.
An opening. Let's go.
We may not be able to make it through this.
Looking rough.
An opening. Here.
Oh my God.
Sends here.
Amazing! You are swift and
The
deadly.
enemy officer has been defeated.
Your aid is truly welcome. I reckon we are all in your debt. Take it!
A worthy foe. The enemy enemy officer
Now the
has
real
been defeated.
battle begins.
That's another enemy pounded into submission.
All my might!
Take this! Turn the tables.
Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Now,
Prepare to pay!
We end this evening.
could I? The enemy officer has been defeated. Now. This'll do.
Sun's here!
Looking
Sun's
rough.
here!
An opening. How do I come back from this? Time to act.
The sun's here!
It's over!
Looking rough. I can't believe the enemy officer has been defeated.
It is quite the honor to have you at my side. Now, shall we go?
Thank you! You really helped me!
Lose heart, and you lose the fight. No giving up. To the bitter end.
Aren't you supposed to be on our side? Why are you picking a fight with us?
I'm infested. The enemy officer has been defeated.
I think they're talking to you.
They broke the spell that Zhang Zhao gave us. But how?
Well done! Most impressive!
Whether you rely on
numbers or match, you are no match for us. Surrender quietly.
Let's go. If an ally of Zhang Zhao is here, then perhaps we can trust them.
So you've come along too, then. Help much appreciated. Come to help me out? I would be a fool to refuse your aid. Let's cover some ground. And open up. The sun's here. Here. Don't stop.
Oh my God.
You're most definitely a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
I can't believe the enemy officer has been defeated.
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is out. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now, let your arrows rain down upon their heads!
Arrows! The sky is black with them!
You've seized the strategic points and now control the terrain. Do not falter. Hit them with all your might.
Charge! Fight! If we do not win here, there will be no tomorrow! Start the advance!
We're at their mercy here. Come, men! We'll take back that position!
We march at once!
We fight to survive! We steal to survive! Not simply lay down and die!
Let's go! Let's go! Follow me, everyone! Defense now! Oh my God! Time to go on the offensive! Get ready! Everyone!
It would do us well to join forces. Onwards! That's the march!
I've been waiting for this. Gotcha! Now end this! All my might! We deprive others so that we may eat! We fight so that we do not starve!
Leaders. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Don't give up. We can still fight! Stand together, men, and we can prevail!
Still have fight left in them. We can't let them regroup. Looking rough.
Time to end this!
Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Amazing!
We cannot succeed. The enemy officer
Not without
has been defeated.
Let's go.
All my might! Another enemy pounded into submission! Good eye!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now! Let's go! We can still go on! Let us fight for you! You are a true warrior of the
3 kingdoms. The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours.
Let's go. Let's go.
Appears that resistance is futile.
It's not just their numbers that make them strong. The enemy officer has been defeated.
We fight until our last breath. Come, let us rejoin our brethren.
Now.
Most armies crumble once their leader is slain. But a leaderless army can prove surprisingly resilient.
Let's go.
Looking rough. An opening.
Time to attack.
Good eye. Looking rough. The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours. Now.
Let's go. Come now, brethren! We stand together! Again! Destroy them! Perfect timing! We should attack now! Take this! Now, looking rough.
Everyone will starve. Our children, our parents, everyone. That is why we fight and plunder, so we can live.
It's a terrible thing. A man is forced to live like a beast rather than a man. None other could accomplish such feats. Continue to perform in this manner.
An opening! Let's go.
Take this. Let's go. It's over.
Things are proceeding favorably. Let's keep up the pressure.
You can handle this. Another victory has fallen before you.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated. Now, the enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's cover some ground. Oh my God.
Looking rough.
Bring him down.
Oh my God.
We're tired. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Life itself. You're warriors, aren't you? Come, put us out of our misery.
I'm raring to go.
Coming out.
Then surrender. You will not be treated unjustly.
The enemy officer like that has been defeated.
Even if we fall, our children and brethren will take up our weapons. It will not end as long as chaos grips the world.
What will you do with us, Cao Cao?
Do not be hasty for answers. Before I decide your fate, I ask you this. Why, and for what cause, did you take up arms?
Isn't that obvious? To survive. Not a single man is here simply for the love of the fight. But fighting and stealing in order to survive, that is all we have left.
How selfish. Do you not think of those you steal from?
What are you saying? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was you government officials who stole from us in the first place.
In times of strife like these, one cannot survive without taking from others. I suppose you have realized that as well. I have one more question for you, Yellow Turbans. Do you want to live?
What if we do? Are you planning to pardon us?
No. But We shan't kill you either. We have use for you in the new society we are trying to build.
A new society?
One in which we create, protect, and share, rather than live in this endless cycle of stealing. If you would like to see such a society, then join us. We will give you all something to live for. You have my word, as the one who defeated your leader, Zhang Jiao.
This is Puyang.
It's a well-maintained town. It's hard to believe 1 million people have just arrived. They have taken in the Yellow Turbans and reshaped them into the Qing militia. They remain a fighting force, but in peacetime, they mostly train and help in the fields. It's simple in theory, but they are dealing with huge numbers of people. In practice, it must take a lot of work.
Repairing buildings, distributing land ownership, enforcing the law. To develop so much in such a short time.
Yes, it is quite astonishing. The fact that he managed to bring those wild bandits under his control, instead of executing them. It gives me hope that we will succeed in restoring order to this era of incessant chaos.
Yes. There are none who deserve our support more than Lord Cao Cao. The evil of Dongzhou had to be eliminated. But there was nothing I could do alone. Of course, I also spoke with Lord Wang Yun. But I lacked allies, and could not spur him into action. Interesting. How talkative he is all of a sudden.
I think perhaps Lord Shunyo has had too much to drink.
Ah, so that's what's loosened his lips. But perhaps it's not such a bad thing. This is a chance for those serving Lord Cao Cao to get to know each other. Besides, it can be fun to watch such a taciturn man loosen up for once.
Only you could look so kindly on a drunken Lord Shunyo.
And that was when, despite all my efforts, we were captured by Dongzhou's troops. I have never felt such shame. For a moment there, I was ready to die. Luckily, a house guest of Wang Yun's came to my rescue. In fact, this man here looks just like... Huh. At once I feel sober. I never thought I would meet my savior like this.
Does this mean that you were the one who saved Lord Shunyo in Luoyang? Well, what an honor it is to meet you. I am Shunyu, a relative of Lord Shunyo. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I am Guojia. I only just met these two at the governor's castle. If you're here in Puyang, does that mean you've entered Lord Cao Cao's service? Oh, my apologies. I assumed that you were like us.
We are all drawn to Puyang because of Lord Cao Cao's reputation.
I hope we get the chance to fight side by side.
Do not take training lightly. It's idiots like you that end up dragging down their units, and by extension, the entire army. Do you think you can get through this with that lackadaisical attitude? Let me tell you, I'll have you court-martialed unless you shape up.
What? Surely that's going too far. I was only taking a moment's rest. Please, could you make Lord Eugene see sense? If we keep training this hard, it wouldn't surprise me if someone died.
You are the one that Lord Cao Cao summoned, aren't you? Well, if you have something to say, then say it. Being liked is all well and good, but if these men are not trained properly, the consequences will be dire. Lord Cao Cao has entrusted me with taking these men from Qin and turning them into proper soldiers. They have been in many battles, and yet have never had any real training. They have no understanding of strategy, procedure, or the underlying principles of war. That can only end in disaster. I suggest you also take care to train with sufficient diligence. That is, unless you wish to die a nobody.
Going back early today, sir? The staff and the regulars will be disappointed, you know.
Sorry. I only came to pick up something I forgot. But I will be sure to come by soon. Oh, would you mind keeping my coming here a secret from the others? If you would agree to staying silent, I will share a favorite of mine in return. You mean you won't report my actions? Okay, that's good. I've been rather indulgent recently, so I'd planned to stay away today. But I've changed my mind. This chance meeting is not one I can let go. So how about it? Shall we head out now? I might be able to find a new kind of fun with you. Quite the formal one, are you? Well then, let's head out on our first round together. There are too many people here. Let us go elsewhere. I'll go on ahead. If you wish to try a new experience, then follow me.
Ah, good to see you. What do you make of Puyang? Yes, I quite agree with you. The Qing militia is tending to the fields and defending them, and the vibrancy in town is drawing in even more people. To have not only envisioned, but also realized something like this, Lord Cao Cao has proven he is no ordinary man. Anyway, it seems that Lord Cao Cao has now grasped what underlies the current turmoil, following our confrontation with the Qing Yellow Turbans. He seems able to solve whatever problem he is faced with, progressing forward, step by step. But no one else is able to walk that path ahead of him. All they can do is follow behind and try to keep up.